Okay, let me get back to my camera.
Hey everybody, how are we doing tonight? We're going to be going live here with Rick Pania, who's doing some artwork for Jumpstart Magazine. We're just hanging out tonight and talking a little bit about the ghost of Comicsgate, the spirit of Comicsgate. When I first started, I was very inspired to write my intro for Knights of Comicsgate. Originally, it was supposed to be fun and Comicsgate, who show the values that were voiced by the very talented Ed Greenwood. These were the ideals that I picked up just from initially joining Comicsgate. Very inspired, and a lot of things have changed over the last year. And I think these values are more relevant than ever now, especially just because the events that transpired. I'm going to keep it positive. We're doing work. We're going forward like we always do. It's not affecting my work any, and so that's the important thing. If anything, it's more important to push forward and focus on the work. The work is all that matters when it comes to quality and a standard in Comicsgate. I believe that fully, and I've always believed it since the beginning. And this essentially is proof. When you listen to these words, this is the way that I feel about my own work. And I guess I felt like coming to a movement like this is a place where this ideal and quality work would be appreciated, especially the way recently and over the last 5 years, even the last decade. It's been a steady decline, and now it's in the state that it's in now. To me, it looks like a complete disaster. Movies aren't what they used to be. Entertainment is infiltrated by SJWs and these social justice warriors and cancel culture, and so we see it every day. And I think all of these things have damaged our culture and our industry. I've seen a lot of people say that the culture war is dead. I have to disagree with that. I think that perpetually and to infinity, we are going to be fighting culture wars. People will fight culture wars. It will always happen. People will disagree and have expressions. But the things that we do leave that mark. Our work that's left behind leaves a mark. Nobody's going to remember in 10 years the argument that you had on Twitter, but when they pick up that quality book that hits that note and is a timeless classic, those are the things that I strive for. Something that is for everyone and something that can endure time. Something that's not built on a gimmick or a trend. Something that's real. And so that's what we're doing. And that's what our boys do. We want to make great content. And we're doing it. And so we're going to show you some artwork tonight. It was in a backer update, but we're going to show it to everybody and post on the channel. And Rick's got some artwork.
You want me to show the artwork?
No, we're going to we're going to do the intro, and then we're going to do that Ed Greenwood intro. I also want to, this was written by me. The music was written by me as well and composed by Stefan Todzev. And in addition, it was remastered by the Holy Goat. I want to thank him as well because he did an amazing job running the voice through filter. There was some sound distortion from the mic and some things in transition, so he was able to smooth that out. It sounds beautiful, and so I appreciate you for that. Thank you. And so we're going to go ahead and play that, and then we're going to get into it.
Welcome, sisters and brothers in arms. We honor those who follow the old, nearly forgotten, code of honor. Our metal we wear proudly, like the scars we earn to keep our magnificent sovereignty. Our reverence to each other is only matched by our incorruptible allegiance to our morality and ideals. Warrior kings and queens sit blooded in thrones of shattered bones. Lives are but fragile drops of rain. We all fall down vehemently, yet we remain inevitable. For truth to victory, for honor infinitely, we uphold the code and embody it with a quality example. We are mighty. We are unwavering. We are inexorable.
That's right, we're Comics G's, motherfucker. This is Comicsgate. Welcome, welcome. Thank you, everybody who's tuning in. Rick, it's good to see you, buddy.
Yeah, good to be here. Good to be here.
Good to see you. I'm just reading the chat. We have someone in watching today. Dark Mad Bat says, based and Among Us spelled. Okay. Thanks for tuning in, man. Yeah, that was a lot of fun to create. Ed's very talented. He's done some other voice work. He's very cool about doing it. I hit him up about doing the voice work for that. I think I won him over when I had him on my show the first time, and I did some guitar and some folk music. I told him I was doing my bard thing, and he was into it. So it's cool, man. I love creating music as well, writing music, and the reason why I'm dwelling on this subject is we're actually doing a new track. I've got a local band that was interested in doing a new track, and I wrote some lyrics and did a prototype with some music for the Hayvard Saints 8 theme song. And so we're going to use it in the new trailer. These guys are very talented, and I've done a prototype, sent it over to them. These guys play local gigs around here, and he has a production studio. He produces music for other people as well. So I'm very fortunate to have these guys, and they assured me that it's coming along. It sounds good, and so we're going to be putting that together with some new artwork and do a new trailer for the theme of the comic series. Very excited about that. It's just one piece of content, additional content that we're going to have for people who are tuning in and for backers in June. The mailing list is live now for Hayvard Saints 8 Federal Offensive Responders. I've had some people, mention that the name didn't strike them perfectly, and that's okay. I'm sure there's a lot of comics that you've heard of just unmentioned that maybe didn't strike the note for you, but after you read them, you get it. And I think this is one of those things. Hayvard Saints 8 Federal Offensive Responders is definitely a terrible name for a comic book, but it's a magnificent name for a sequential symphony. And that's what we're looking to hit for note. We're doing literature and a visual art expression here. We're not chasing a gimmick. We're not chasing a trend. This is something that was very carefully thought out and created to be a timeless story. I mean, whether it'll be that or not, of course, is subjective always. But the thing that you can count on is that this comic is the comic that I want to read that doesn't exist. And I think that's a beautiful place to be when you're creating an expression and creating a graphic novel. I'm trying to fill a hole that doesn't exist, a hole that I want to be in. Does that make sense, Rick? Oh, you might mute.
Yeah, it does. It does. I'm having some technical difficulties with the camera, but
that's okay. I was just saying that I'm looking, by making this comic project, I want to fill a hole that I can get inside of and be in and live in it. So
yeah, definitely. Yeah. I want it to be something that I haven't seen. That's the whole idea. Since I can do it, I want to do something that I haven't seen.
Yeah, something that doesn't exist. And I think it's the interesting thing about it is that there's a lot of tropes in the book, but ultimately it's a character-driven story, and they're done my way. So it's going to be very unique. The story itself is very unique, and interesting to me, at least. I'm hoping that other people will agree. I think you will. It's going to be beautifully drawn. We have some artwork here that we've shown backers. When you sign up for, well, I'll go into that first. Actually, I'll bring that up. When you sign up for Hayvard Saints 8, it's live. The mailing list is live on Indiegogo now, so you can go and sign up. We have a free gift for backers. You will get an engraved Targeted 8 logo dice set when you back us in June. So I suggest all of you do that so that you can get your free gift. We've already talked to the company. We're going to be going with Chessick. They've been in this business for decades. The guy that the fella that I talked to specifically has been at the company for 15 years, and so this is an older company that's been doing this for many years. And I think you guys will be happy with it. You're gonna get some free stuff, and you're gonna get a beautiful graphic novel, updates, and the artwork as we slow roll those out. And we are going to be slow rolling lots of art out. We have 10 pages paid for Hayvard Saints 8. It's going to be a 50-page graphic novel, and so it's going to be a double issue, 50-page graphic novel, and there's a sequel as well. So let's go over to the main page here. So you can see here's a sign up page. Sign up early to get your free Targeted 8 logo dice set. And we talk about the world-class experience creative team. Very proud to be working with these guys. Are very talented. They've got lots of experience. They know their stuff. And so that's that page. You can go to Indiegogo now, and we'll put that in the description as well after we're done going live. But I've got some artwork over here that we can show as well. These pages are new. They've been fixed up. We showed the roughs. Here we can see depth. I'll wait for a little bit there. Seems like it was, yeah, there it is. I mean, Dara's is very talented. I love his shading and his detailing. Did an amazing job there with his Zissou, the Deceiver. And then we've got the champion of the Underworld here.
On point.
What's that?
I like that shading. It's on point. I like it.
Yeah, the texturing and shading. Yeah, he's got certain techniques that he uses to get that. It's unique. There's lots of people that ink, and it depends, to each their own. It's what you like. But I enjoy the way he does his texturing. I think it's beautiful, and he shares those with people too. He does Sunday class. You can go on his YouTube, and he shows a lot of the techniques he uses in penciling and inking. He showed some too as well when he was on War Campaign. We did Drawn and Backhold. Joe was there too, and Clever showed up as well. So we had 3 guys from our studio that showed up for the Drawn and Backhold Apocalypse. And so that's what we called it. The 4 horsemen coming to Drawn and Backhold. We had a good time, and I think everybody had a good time. And so, yeah, it was great. But yeah, we've got the champion of the Underworld here with apparently, this is not lettered, but at this point, the reader finds out that apparently there is a long time grudge here between the 2 characters, and that he wants to exact his revenge. And so he attempts to steal Marshall Trainor's soul from him. And he's as they're going through this portal and being sent back by guardian angels. So he's assaulted. He's assaulted before they're able to be sent back. And Eva Beckspade, the Halvan, uses her magic to grab him and escape into the past through this portal. And that's where they arrive here in present day. Federal offensive responders arrive to pick them up. The anomaly, a portal is not a normal thing. This energy flux in reality. And so so before they even come through, the responders are here investigating and find these strange beings that come through this portal. And Marshall Trainor, Ultra Ghost, is dead on arrival. Well, he's Marshall Trainor here at this point. And then he rises and he tells his love that I've returned from the infinite black for you. And so, here the heroes are deliberating on how they should proceed. And Anvil Kryn, the awesome angel, is telling them that that he can sense, can feel the souls of these responders, and that they are the representation of law and order in this world, and that they should go with them. It would be their best chance to integrate into society and to begin their divine appointed mission of preventing the apocalypse and saving mankind. So we've got the heroes here. Dirge is going to be doing a couple touch-ups, and one of the characters isn't here. He's adding it in. But for the most part, this is what we got. I like this design on Mammoth Monk. This was good. I love the position as well. I think it's very cool. Dirge is actually a black belt in Taekwondo and loves martial arts like I do. And so this pose is very, you can tell that he, he's obviously very talented, but he likes martial arts and he knows the posture. And I think that's a beautiful scene there with all the heroes and the portal closing behind them, trapped in the past to carry out their mission, give up on the dead world that they've left and come to a previous time, our time. So that's the beginning of the story and the origin of Ultra Ghost, how he dies and comes back and gets his powers by experiencing the spirit world and not being taken by it. He defies it for love, and through the power of this underworld being who was trying to take his soul, it was interrupted. And a combination of things there that contributed, but he was able to survive it. And so the story is going to develop going forward with that and with all the other characters as well. It's going to be good. I promise you it's going to be good. It's hard. I don't want to give away too much. And I also don't want to be that guy that says he doesn't want to spoil anything. So, we dipped into the story a little bit, but there's definitely a lot of thought that went into this. It's a title that I love personally. I've loved writing it. I'm going to love reading it. It's going to look beautiful. So I guarantee you a beautiful book and a great story. A story you can read with your family. There'll be something in there for everyone to keep everyone's interest. There's a lot of aspects to the story and a lot of different characters. And they're all very interesting to me, but I think it'll be hard to find some aspect of this that you don't like, or hard not to find something of it. You know what I mean? You're going to find something in there you like. You're going to find it. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. So that's that. Yeah, that's the new artwork. And then we've got the Jumpstart project coming up before that. So we're going to be launching this in June. We're leaving the mailing list up. Give people lots of time to get in and get their free gift before we launch, and give us some time to finish pages. We're going to have 10 pages finished before we launch, colored and lettered. It's going to be full color. And we're investing in paying for it out of pocket, so which is exciting. I've actually had somebody ask me, if you're funding it yourself, why do you need to go to crowdfund? And to me that was rather insulting, considering how many people go to crowdfund every day with projects that they care about to fund and get sales. But we're doing something interesting with that. We're going to be adding bonus art, and Rick Bonilla, who's here with us tonight, is actually going to be doing a piece of that bonus art for us. I have that all scripted. As soon as he finishes with his Jumpstart pages, he's going to jump right into that. So you're going to get a 2-page spread from Rick Bonilla. I'd like to show a little bit of his artwork. You have something with you, Rick, that you wanted to show tonight?
Yeah, I can show you this right here.
Hail, Richard Tyler Larson. Thank you. I was on a roll there talking. I appreciate you tuning in, buddy. Yeah, I got.
This is page 3.
Fantastic. Here, I'll share that. Yeah, I got busy talking about the title. I wanted to spill out some information. I'm excited seeing the new pages. So, we get a chunk of information out of the way, get everybody prepped and ready. And so when you sign up, we're going to get updates, and you're going to get to see, we're going to be giving you updates, and you're going to get to see the art progress as we go. Hey, Joe's here. Hey, Joe popped in. Joe, you want to come live with us? You want to come talk with us, man? I can drop you the link if you're free. If you're just watching, it's cool. If you're busy, just let me know in the chat if you want the link, and I'll go over and I'll drop it to you. This is the artwork here with Joe said that he's busy at work there, and he was just popping in for a second to say hi. Well, I appreciate you, man. Yeah, Joseph Arnold, actually, he was on Drawn in Black Hole with our guys, and he did all of the artwork that was in the trailer and all the artwork that's in our preview book for Hayvard Saints 8. He got busy with a project and had to pay a gig, and we were worried about some overlap and with the opportunity to bring Diraj in. Joe and I have been working very closely, so we talked about it. And we thought it was a good idea to go forward with Diraj, and we have a secret project that we've been working on together that we would like to flesh out and launch at a later time. So it's all part of the process, all part of the plan. But he's going to be doing a 2-page spread for us, a fantasy scene for the Ed Greenwood letter we want to publish in the book, and we're going to do a tribute art scene that you guys will all get. That's the first. These are the first 2 pieces what Rick and Joseph Arnold are doing. They're my close friends. We've known each other for years. They're great. And as you can see, very talented. You guys are going to love their artwork. So you'll have the opportunity to fund more. I have some more artists that I'm talking with, and we're going to try to fill that book up with bonus artwork. So the more you guys back, when we hit those stretch goals, you'll be able to increase the value of your book. You'll have more artists, and we've got enough teams to fill that up. I don't see us ever running out of teams to do it. There's lots of guys who want to do some work, so you'll be hiring artists to give yourself beautiful artwork. So this is the artwork for the vault pages here that's going to be shown in Jumpstart magazine. And so this is part of the story where he comes home and his curse activates, and all kinds of horrific things are happening. His life's being ruined. He's being betrayed by the people that he cares about, the people that he's pledged his life to as a knight. And so we're going to go into the mind of this guy, and we're going to explore what it's like to have your life ripped away from you and have nothing left but this oath that you carry with you. It's going to be a beautiful setup for the story. We're going to do a graphic novel of this here at a later date, but that's lovely. I love how the swamp scene came out too, man. With the fashion spear and the fish monster, that turned out great.
Yeah, that took a little bit of work, but yeah, I like it.
Oh, that's beautiful. Yeah, I mean, I wrote it, and I know that it was a different perspective that was described and everything, but I like what you did better. It's beautiful.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know how it is. It's a suggestion, For you nailed the panel, but you took the perspective and changed it, and I think it's beautiful. That's a great angle. I love how the monster came out too.
Yeah, I've always I like that 3/4 angle always. It shows more, at least for me.
It's showing a lot. Yeah, you get to see a lot there.
If I go flat, then it just, I don't know.
Well, I think I had a back angle where the spear was coming out of the back of the fish monster's head. It was like a 3/4 angle, but from the fish's perspective.
Yeah,
so that he's coming forward, and with
that perspective, we would have lost Vault in the image.
Yeah, you would see like a partial, and then you'd see the spear coming out with the brains, and the skull chips was supposed to be coming at the reader. But I like how you did this too. This is just good. Yeah. It's beautifully done. I like how you see his face too, because you lose fish face. So
yeah, that way I can put both faces in the same panel.
Yeah.
The other way around, I tried it a couple times, and I would end up losing because then the fish becomes bigger. If I flip the perspective, and the fish becomes bigger, and then Vault becomes smaller, and at that point you just lose him. I would have had to go with just glowing eyes.
The thing is when you tell an artist you'd like a jagged-toothed, bloodthirsty fish beast, then you never know what you're going to get. But I was pleasantly surprised this time. I think you nailed it, man.
Good.
Everybody's going to love that artwork. That's going to be great when Brian gets done with it too. Brian's very talented, so I think the artwork's going to look fantastic, brother. And then the next panel there, we have the Vault summoned to the King's Chambers for some reason. hopefully not to disrobe and be humiliated. There's always a fear of that.
Yeah. We'll find out the next page.
Yeah, I think we're just going to keep that one a secret. We're not going to show anybody any of that when they pick up the book. We've already shown a lot of this. I'm just so excited about it because it's turning out so well. And I want these guys to know that when they back out Jumpstart, that they're going to get quality art from not just us, but from everybody. It's been claimed like all the work that's been turned in is going to be gorgeous. Nothing but the best for backers. So I'm excited about the launch.
Same here.
Very excited. Yeah, I'm very excited about it. It's going to be fun to do that first, to give some artwork away to the fans and to contribute. It's a beautiful concept to create a book that honors the smaller creators in Comicsgate. So I love that idea. I'm all for that. And giving away artwork and then seeing it come together like this is just it's rewarding. It's rewarding. Thank you, Rick.
Oh, you're welcome.
You're knocking this out of the park. You're putting in some extra time on it, and I know that your time is limited. I knew that.
I get excited and I get lost in the details. I need to learn to say no.
You're getting carried away, you're saying then. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. That's all right, though. You're having fun. No, I know. And then you were also converting to digital recently. I mean, you've been working some in digital, but I know you found some new tools and stuff. And so you're essentially teaching yourself some new stuff while you're working. It's just like an experimental project here that we're doing even. So it's cool.
Sometimes it's too much of a good thing. I found all these brushes I didn't know existed, and I'm out there applying them. And
Jesus, that forest looks fantastic.
Some of them don't. Yeah, so it's arts and crafts, but it's man, you can tell. You can tell brushing the hell out of something.
Yeah, I mean, wow. Yeah, I'm taking a look at those leaves and everything in the forest. That looks so good, man. And the chainmail looked really good too on the armor. That's going to be great. And I think the new redesign is going to take advantage of that brush that you found for chainmail. Yeah. Absolutely perfect. I love it. I love it. Well, I mean, the cool thing about it, we were talking about the inks. It makes it look like the chainmail has weight to it when you're looking at it, even though it's on a two-dimensional piece of paper. Like you can see it. It's fantastic, man.
If somebody tried to do this the old-fashioned way, they would quit. They would quit it, or it would take forever. Some of this is just so detailed that you can only do it digitally, at least within a reasonable amount of time.
I dig it, man.
Yeah,
I dig it. Yeah, it's very cool. Yep, yeah, for sure, man. So that's going to be coming out soon. I don't have the exact date because I think it's dependent on some artwork because they're doing Bullet Maker. So the commission Joe Ball is also very talented to do Bullet Maker, and this is all going to depend on that. So as soon as that's done, and they decide what they're going to do, they're going to go forward with that. So you guys will be able to get this artwork along with many other talented people's artwork. It's going to be great. Happy to be in with this crowd doing this book. Very happy to give this art to you when you back. I mean, you're going to be purchasing it, of course, but paid for aspects of this out of pocket. I went in a little deeper. I think I got carried away a little bit too because, like you said, but it was just about like wanting to do more projects for it. Like we had a bunch of time, and I just kept wanting to add projects in. Keep adding projects in. And we had some people that were still, I think for me, mostly I was just motivated because in addition to loving doing this work and loving opportunities to work, excuses to work, there's some people that are still holding on to that old mentality that Jumpstart needed to not come out and people were contributing to it. We're going to take some shit, I guess, apparently on the interwebs. And so I just took that and I was just like, well, fuck that, because nobody tells me I'm not going to work. And I'm into this project, so I'm not really into you guys saying that it shouldn't exist. So then we just made it exist and make it exist even better, I guess, was the plan. And just give more artwork away, do more quality artwork with guys. So Joseph Arnold also did a 2-page story for this, which is a prequel to Hayvard Saints, to an aspect of the story for Hayvard Saints 8 for the character Mammoth Monk. The action turned out beautifully. It's colored by Mickey Clausen. And so you're going to get that, and you're also going to get the 4-page story for Eternitech that we wrote up. it was adapted. It was originally supposed to be for a trailer, but my video guy with COVID had to work from home and was unable to commit and continue. He's just overloaded until they can get back to the station. So we took that and I rewrote it and adapted it because it was for voice lines, and we have the voice lines, but it needed to be adapted for a comic. So I took the story and did that, and we submitted that as well because it's a cool story, and the artwork's beautiful. So you'll be getting all of that along with everything that's already in the book. And so you get those pages. What is it now? I think we're at 13. It's going to be 13 when we're done with the cover page for this too. The one that Dickie did. The one that Dickie did, it was colored by E1. So, and you guys have already seen that cover. We posted that online. That's going to be the cover page. You're going to get that beautiful artwork in this book as well. It was donated by the studio, and it was laid out by Jesse Hansen, who's the creator of Vault. So him and Chris Leslie co-created it, and I wrote it based on their write-ups. And so we changed the story a little bit for this, not because there was anything wrong with the original story, but it's just I had a direction I wanted to take it in, and we didn't have any finished pages for it, and so I got to greenlight it. So this is exclusive just for Jumpstart Magazine. Vault is a very complicated character, and he has a lot of evolutions and changes that happen to him throughout the story, and so this is just one aspect of it. And so I was very grateful that Jesse gave us the green light so that we could go ahead and do this and do something special for you guys, and do something that was close to the heart for me, a type of story that I would want to read. Personally, the story that I wanted to tell. I love to read all of our stories, all of our scripts in-house, really. So I just love this genre and love comics in general. But it was just an honor to be able to take it my own direction, for him to kind of let me off the leash, you know? You know what I'm saying, Rick?
Yep.
Yeah, let me off the leash, man. You know what I mean? I'm a hungry fucking dog. I want to eat. I want to get off my chain. I want to get off my chain and sniff butts. You know what I mean? I want to get out there, you know, experience the world. That's how dogs experience the world, I imagine. They sniff butts and they bite things, I guess.
Bite ankles, sniff butts, wag your tail. Yeah.
Yeah, I think I might wag my tail a little bit too.
Yeah, I guess we just gotta all get up and sniff some butts.
When I look at your artwork, my tail's wagging, man. It makes my tail wag.
Yeah. It
makes me happy.
I like it. Brings me joy.
Me too, man. Your art brings me joy. When you draw, it brings you joy, and it brings me joy. So.
Yeah. So yeah.
That's great.
Especially when you finish it. When you look at it after you're done, it's like, wow, can't believe I spent this much time on it. But then you look at the result and you're like, okay, next, let's do it again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we're gonna do it again. Yeah, we're gonna give the backers bonus art in the book. So when they're buying the book, they're buying the 50-page graphic novel, and they're gonna get a beautiful cover from Darius Verma. And then they're going to have a bonus art section that we can fill up that already has 4 bonus pages in it. So we're already going to be doing the piece from Rick Bonilla. You can see his artwork here. It's beautifully detailed with a Hayvard Saints 8 scene. And then Joseph Arnold as well is going to do a fantasy scene in the book that's themed specifically to fantasy, even though it's a fantasy sci-fi graphic novel, Hayvard Saints 8. We're going to publish that letter for everybody from Ed Greenwood, and then do a tribute piece, and then we're going to keep going. I've got some mystery artists that I've been talking with. Every time we hit a stretch goal, we're going to unlock one and put some more art in your book, thicken your book up. So it's going to be a larger book. So every time we add an artist and a bonus piece of art, you're going to get 2 more pages of art, 2-page spread in the bonus section. So the more backers that we get, the thicker your books are going to be, the more valuable your books are going to be. I'm talking with some really cool guys, like about doing some new art pieces. I'm thinking we're going to do, well, yeah, I'll keep it a secret. I'm going to keep all of it a secret, the entire bonus art section for now until we start. I'll show you the first 2, the one from Joe and Rick when we get going on that. I mean, we're ahead of schedule. We've got 3 months now, so they can work independently from Diraj, and so all of these guys will be working simultaneously, and we'll just slow roll the art out. Sign up for the here. I'll open this up one more time. Sign up for this mailing list so that you get your free gift. Even if you're on the fence about it, if you don't back, no harm, no foul. But you sign up, get the updates, look at the artwork, and see for yourself. Hayvard Saints 8 is a sequential symphony. Is the only way that I can explain it. Hayvard Saints 8 is my passion. It's love in written and drawn form.
Put the link in the description.
Yeah, that's a good idea. May just do that. Well, yeah. Let's see. Copy. Let's see if we can do it from here. All right. So yeah, I'll have to go into the videos. Yeah, here we go. I just didn't think I could do it live. Maybe I can add it in there live. Let me try. Let's see. Maybe it'll let me know. It won't let me do it live. Oh, wait. Maybe I can do it from StreamYard is probably what it is. Yeah, I can do it from StreamYard. Oh, here we go. Oh, it will let me. Well, that's cool. I like it. Learn something new every day, right? I'll put that in real quick so that we can.
Did it let you add the link? Let me refresh.
No, let me do it while we're live.
Huh.
I haven't posted it yet, but I'm typing it up right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, so make sure you do that so that way when you back, you get your free gift and you get all the updates. So there's multiple things you'll be getting using your email. A lot of you are familiar with email, but if you're not, that's how it works. And we'll send it out with your book and your package. We'll make sure that you get your dice set. These are going to be engraved as well, and they're going to have the Targeted 8 logo on them. And I'm just going to pick a really cool color. I already talked with the representative, and he connected me with the tech guy who's going to be doing the dice set, the engraved dice set, and sent the vector file over for them to have it on file. I told him once I have the number, I'll place my order, but I'm waiting for him to get back to me with the color options. And so I'm going to pick something that's badass for you all, and then we're going to give you a free set of dice. And so it's symbolic for my start in tabletop gaming as well. And Ed Greenwood also did a little bit of work in tabletop gaming too. So
cool.
So yeah, for sure. Yeah, he's done a lot of stuff. Very cool guy too. We've had a lot of fun going on streams. We've been doing some stream touring, but we're going to be doing a lot more closer to launch. And so be looking for that on YouTube. We're going to be touring on other people's channels and talking about Hayvard Saints 8 and shooting the shit. And these are great dudes. These are guys that have worked in the industry professionally, but like now they do indie and their own stuff. So I think there's a reason for that. People who are talented are going towards indie. They want to do their own projects, and they want to do passionate projects. It's hard when you're working for the corporate model, because creativity isn't paramount, and we've seen that now. Like there's a lot of things there's a lot of different reasons. If I get into it, it's just going to be a whole big long drawn out shitty thing, but you know what entertainment is.
Basically, you get to do your own thing. Just
yeah, and there's not so many fingers in it.
As long as you hire the correct number of people, or the people that you need to have on your book to make it coherent and a good reading material.
I think so, but I think the big thing is for these guys is that when you're working in mainstream and doing those things, if you're creative people, which these guys are and our guys are, it's hard when you have someone changing the project and doing things that it's very obvious that a lot of the mainstream projects and corporate projects are based on a formula. It makes me sick. It's just like they pick up all this stuff off social media, and they think that they can piece together this perfect project that people are going to buy, something that's trending. The thing is those aren't enduring stories, but people are, there's a race to cash in on those kind of things. It's what it is. I mean, I like money too, but it's just I like to sleep at night too. So, like, I just want to do projects that have some love to it.
I've heard it many times. The artists that start on a small project, they take it somewhere, and then when it hits the top, then somebody else who knows nothing about it comes in and wants to, get in the caboose and starts driving it, and they end up, just.
That's right, brother. Yeah, we were talking about
that. And after a while, you just don't even want to work on the project because it just becomes crap.
I think you were saying that on another stream as well, that you get a guy that's not a creative type coming in and telling creative types how to write stories. That's not the way it should be. The other way around.
Yeah, it's happened to me when I worked on when I was doing web stuff, or when I did stuff for television. We worked on a book, and all of us were named guys or guys that had done work. And in the end, when you look at the credits, our names didn't even appear on it. It's just whoever was working there. Or you have a guy that worked in the office who decided, oh, I want to do a cover, or I want to do this. And in the middle of the project is like, oh yeah, make room for this guy. And this guy has nothing to do with your continuity or anything. He just throws in a drawing that has nothing to do with what you're doing. And now you got to work around him because he's fairly big in the office. And then in the end, your name doesn't even appear after all blood, sweat, and tears. And it's like, I don't want to do this anymore. Money will only take you so far. And yeah, when they offer you money, you
it is, man. I mean, the thing is, I've talked with a lot of people like you, other members of this. I've talked with you and a bunch of other guys in the studio. And I mean, where I'm strictly indie, one could argue that I don't have the experience to comment on these things, but like I've talked with a lot of people, and I can hear, I'm intelligent. I can hear these about these things and just know that it's not for me. I can see how professionals, so-called professionals, act, and it's always perplexed me. It's always been a mystery to me how people, a lot of the posts that these people make, it's just. It's beyond me, and they're not my kind of people. If they're not my kind of people, I don't want to try to fit in with those kind of people to try and be creative, because it's just not me. Like I can't be fake, and I just know that it would be a disaster for me. And plus, I'd get pissed, and when I get pissed, like I get pissed. I mean, I know there's people that say that, but like the project would be a disaster because of that instant. I wouldn't be able to hold back.
Yeah, a lot of times you're not being creative. The only creative thing you're doing is drawing, but you're not even drawing something you like. When you have somebody going, no, I want this, and then you draw it, and they're like, well, put it in this pose, and you're trying to tell them it doesn't work for the story. It doesn't matter. That's what I want. So at that point, you start losing the flavor for it. Little by little, they kill it. And then in some cases, you got guys that their family depends on it, so they're not going to say anything, but you can tell when the artwork starts off good and little by little starts dropping out.
Well, that's true. I mean, you also have to be respectful to artists, because you guys are passionate about what you do, and those kind of things that take the soul out of a creative project, that hurts it. It's just like with what we're doing here. Like we've been friends for a long time, you know what I mean? But you and I talk closely as well. And, I know that, you say, oh, I'm getting carried away with the artwork, but that's what you're doing right now. You're experimenting, coming out. And then when you put that time in and experiment with these brushes and do something that you think looks cool, that's why that's the reason why we're getting this beautiful artwork. If I was an asshole corporate fucking executive who knows nothing about being creative, and I say, hey, we've got this gimmick plan that we're doing, and I need this in a week, no fucking exceptions, you know what I mean, and put the limit on, it's going to hurt the project. That's the thing. You're balancing that, where there's corporate deadline versus an indie project where you may have a little bit of leeway to be able to allow time to do these kind of things. And that's why we started early, so we would have time to do these things. We planned way ahead, so we're getting something better for it. That's the point of it, is to let an artist do what they do. you know, if at all possible. There are times where you do have to go hard with indie. You know what I mean? We're going to have a deadline here when we're launching, but we've got lots of time. So, yeah, so there's like this balance. There's this balance where you do that, but ultimately you're trying to get the best out of your team. That's what I care about. I want to get the best out of the team because I want my backers to have something awesome. I want you guys to be able to do what you do. If I do change anything, it's ultimately just because of story, or we need to stick to a design, or, you know, art. Like Darius was getting familiar with the characters, because there are a lot of characters. There's 8 characters to learn in a short crash course and get all the design. If there's details missing from their design, you know, we go in and we just add them in. But it's just adding a few things in, and we're just about ready to go. These pages are almost done. He's got like 2 small edits on these 3 pages that I showed that he's going to do. And there's a panel there that he's going to finish inking. But then I told him just to go for it, you know.
Yep.
He's cool. He's a talented artist. I want to get his iteration of it. He's inspired by the project. I'm going to let him go do it and do his thing. And I've sharpened up the script, and Ed's going over it now. So when we get to lettering, the script will be edited and ready to go. It's sharp. He's done a ton of editing. He's been editing almost his entire career. He's been publishing for 50 years. So, yeah, so we're going to go through it. We're working in the cloud drive together. So yeah, everything's coming together. Brian's ready to go. His colors are sharp. He's coloring your pages too. Same dude.
Oh, he's done an awesome job. I've seen the final for page 1, and I've seen some of the flats for page 2.
Yep. Yeah, he was working on. I know he has the flatter doing, and he has some other work that he's doing in between. So, you know, everybody's busy, but you know, we started early, and so that's what it is. I know you've got. He confirmed with me. He's got page 3, so we're good there.
Okay.
We get these pages wrapped up.
Definitely.
We got one more page now, Rick.
Yep, that's it.
You said we got one more. Yeah, we've got one more page, and then that's all done. Yep,
that's a wrap.
We've got the letter waiting, and he's very fast.
On the rest of the project. Ow. Okay, my cat's done.
My letter can knock that out in a day too. Those 4 pages, you can knock that out in a day, no problem. And so that's all going to go fast when we get to that stage. So.
Yeah. Actually, it's been a long day. Sorry, I'm not too animated.
Just no, tired. You were saying, yeah, you're tired. I got out of work and came straight in too, so this is chill time. I don't care. I'm having a drink, and I've had a lot of hours this weekend.
Tomorrow's an early day, back to work, and back to the grind.
I know it, brother. That's what we're doing, man. We're funding this thing with elbow grease. My wife and I are investing, man. We're doing this book too after, so we're excited about it. We're excited about it. It's work.
It is beginning to see that light at the end of the tunnel is getting brighter and brighter. So
yeah, it's going to be a beautiful book. I want to make a cultural expression right here and now. We're going to do it, and the backers are going to benefit from it. That's what's going to happen. You know, I was inspired already. My scripts were already written, but really, in the end, it just pissed us off. And all of it just pissed me off. You know, I don't want people pecking at me like vultures, you know, when I'm trying to do something beautiful. That shit pissed me off. You know what I mean? It's not even the fact of just what it is. You know, it's just I'm about the expression anyway. I mean, I'm not retarded. I like money, but you know, foremost, like I got into this because I want to do beautiful things. I want to share them with people. Money is just really just a means to do that. You know, the more money you have, the more projects you can do, and you make more money. And then I think there's a point where you just ultimately have earned an opportunity to be financially free. And so that's something that you have to earn. But, you know, in the meantime, like I'm absolutely happy just doing cultural expression. I want to express myself. I want to do cool shit with my friends, with my talented friends. So, and we're doing that. It's looking great, Rick.
Thank you.
It's looking great. I think everybody's going to love it, man. And I love fantasy, and I think you nailed everything. You just, it's fantastic, man. Beyond expectations. So good.
Yeah, hopefully everybody likes it. They buy it. We can make another one.
Yeah. Yeah, that's right. We can do more. Well, we're going to do more anyway because I'm going to have you do that spread for the book. And we're going to launch that.
Yeah.
And we're going to do more work going forward. We're all just going to stay nice and tight right here. We're just going to keep producing work. So keep it going. We're going to be doing the sequel too. Whatever I do for that, whatever I come up with, we're going to need all you talented guys to do that too. So these backers want to hire you guys. I mean, I say that I'm hiring you guys for, and the artists for this first book set, but we want to roll into more crowd funds, and so the backers are getting to hire you guys, fill up their bonus art section for the sequel. We'll come up with something else. Come up with something else, some more cool stuff. We might do that plus something. Might add something else to it, something external from the book. But I just thought for this first book, we would just add more pages to it, make it a bigger graphic. I like that. I think that's fun.
That would be cool. That's a neat idea.
Yeah, I like it. And we're going to do black and white too.
The more
we're going to do a black and white of all you guys' work so that we can show the line work as well. And we're going to do a special cover for it. I'm going to have someone interesting do that cover so that book will be valuable as well.
Do the unwrapped version.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's right.
I don't know if you've seen them. Was it Marvel and DC? Well, more DC than Marvel, but they put out issues of their big books on just like the inks or just the pencils. That's some awesome stuff. For guys like me, it is. I don't know if it has a.
Yeah, this is just going to be inked. Yeah, it's just going to be Deerage inked with letters. So, yeah. So that's what we're going to do. Yep. So we're excited to talk about the project tonight. We're going to keep it short. Rick and I are going to talk some after too, because we got some things to talk about tonight. And we're going to let you guys go, but we want to get that information out that our art is going as planned, and also make a mention about my ideals remaining intact regardless of this crazy year that we've had in Comicsgate. I'm a strong individual. I really don't care much about drama, but I have no problem addressing it when we have to do it. And ultimately, the work is just going to go off without a hitch. If anything, it's going to fucking just piss me off, and then I'm just going to hire more, and we're going to do more artwork and do more product, and the backers are going to benefit from it. Is what's going to happen. I'm just going to put all that energy into creative energy, and give people more. And so that's what you do, and you fuel in the fire. I like that approach because that's been going great and it's rewarding. It's nice. Nothing I think pisses off a fake or a flake or a poser than seeing someone else produce when they're absolutely not producing, when they're useless or they're unproductive. I think that's the best way to approach that, being productive as a countermeasure to drama and destructive comments and divisive comments, these kind of things. Because ultimately, art's bringing everybody together. That's what brought everybody here to Comicsgate, and getting quality books was the point, to have a quality alternative to mainstream and to fight it with quality, to fight it with our own quality and our own ideals. And so by doing that, like, ultimately, that's the spirit of Comicsgate. It's what it was when it started. And so, I like doing that.
You just focus on what you're doing and keep going. If you start arguing with everybody, then you're just wasting time. And then they're getting to hold you back if they keep you busy arguing when you could be creating. So.
Yeah, I think so. I think that might be just part of it, and it's usually always the people that are unproductive. It's usually all the people that are unproductive that are doing these kind of things. So
yeah, I love a good argument, but I eventually realized that hey, all I'm doing is wasting time here, because when you argue, when you argue online, nobody learns anything, because when you go online, you already know what you're gonna type, so it's not like somebody's gonna change your mind. I've yet to see somebody go, "Oh my God, yes, I've seen the light."
Yeah, usually people don't get too much ground
happen.
unless they're, well, they just disappear when they're proven wrong, or they block somebody or something. Yeah, a lot of that dumb shit happens. You don't get anywhere with it, but for me, ultimately, I don't sit online and want to argue or anything, but a lot of times I'm defending my own viewpoint.
Yeah.
Defending my own viewpoint. So,
people will argue with you over anything. I've seen people just get on there and goes, "Who cares?" Well, you care enough to comment. Next thing you know, 22 message later that they're still, yeah, I know I am, but what are you? What am I? Sticks and stones.
No, you did. No, you did. No, you did.
Stop touching me. Stop touching me. So no, I read. Sometimes I like, sometimes I don't like. I just keep scrolling. And a lot of times I want to say something, but it's late at night. So it's like, do I really want to take this late at night and then, get sleepy and actually speak my mind or say something I'm not supposed to? Next thing you know, I'm getting canceled. So just let it be.
Don't worry. I won't let them cancel you.
Canceling is not only for the famous now.
They're not going to cancel you. They're
going to fucking get through me first.
They try to cancel you, they're going to have to fucking get through me first.
I don't have
knocked out, fucking ready to swing.
Yeah. I don't have all that push. I mean, I'm not Gina Carano, so all 3 of my followers will just wake up one day and I've gone dark and I'm out.
Yeah, man. Yeah, she's better looking than you, right?
Yeah, definitely. You only have 3 guys asking about me, and I've been canceled. It's like, oh, what happened? That guy owed me money.
Trying to fucking cancel Rick again, motherfuckers. He's just trying to draw us fucking funny books. You guys leave him the fuck alone.
Yeah,
you guys got something better to do or what? There's a whole brigade of them out there. I guess now they went after what was after? They went after Gina Carano. They went after I can't remember, but she was on the I think she was on the Daredevil series. Dawson.
Yeah,
Leslie Dawson.
I haven't confirmed that one. I mean, you hear all kinds of rumors. First, I heard that
Leslie Dawson,
the girl that was married to Johnny Depp, that she was out of Aquaman, and everybody was celebrating. And today they came out and said, "Nope, that's not happening." I even saw a video where they said it was because she gained weight, but it turns out that wasn't happening. Then who's it? They said Rosario Dawson.
Yeah, they're trying to cancel Rosario Dawson. That's who it is.
Chris Pratt for, I don't know, I think it's like a Pringles or somebody has his name. I don't know what happened, but they just don't like him. Give me a second. Don't go anywhere. I can let my cat out.
Yeah, that's right. It was Rosario. Yeah, that was her from Daredevil. Yep. Yeah, apparently I'm trying. I don't even know it because I'm busy. Like, the lady who was on Daredevil, the Daredevil series. She was the. Yeah, that's garbage. But yeah, I don't get too much into it. It sucks because it's wrong. But I don't have. I'm busy with my own stuff, But there's this whole mob that's going out and just going after one celebrity after another, trying to make something stick, trying to cancel these professional actors. It's just.
I can see if it was something concrete when they have nothing to do, they start digging through their past.
I know what happened with Gina Carano because I already knew, but I don't even know what. I should look into it and see what they're doing with her because she was good on that series. I thought that Daredevil series was great on Netflix. I enjoyed it. It's too bad. My wife and I watched the whole thing together, every episode.
Yeah, I think those were the 2 best series for me were Daredevil and Punisher.
Yeah, I watched both of those. Well, I sat with wife and I watched both of those too. Yeah, I think Buffy she liked the Punisher series. I think better than the Daredevil series, but we liked them both. Yeah, she enjoyed the Punisher series.
Yeah, Punisher
was really good. I liked it. I've actually heard everybody. It seemed like unanimously liked it. But recently, I've even heard some people that didn't like maybe the second season, were not interested really and stuff. But I thought the finale was good. The third season, there was only 2 seasons, wasn't it?
Yeah, that was
Yeah,
it. Yeah,
there's 2 seasons.
no, but like
Yeah,
we
second
started off
season at
strong
the
and
end.
then lost steam. Same thing. That was it. That was it. Power Fist.
Hmm.
Yeah, that one lost steam from episode after episode 1. It was over. It was just a train wreck. Then I like Jessica Jones. The first season was really good. Second season, not so much.
I didn't watch any of it.
Yeah. Hold on,
It
my
just didn't
pet
catch
being
me. I
up
think I
there.
got busy with stuff. I got busy with life stuff. Missed it. But yeah. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I got a fight going on here. Let me see if I can show
What's
you.
going on?
I got the cat.
Who's fighting?
The cat. I don't know if you can see the cat. You see, you already took the high ground.
Oh, it's a cat. Oh, I thought there was like
And my new
it's a
pet.
cat fight.
We've had a. I don't know if you can see her. She's a little too dark. But not only did my son move out, but we've had a change in pet lineup. So my 2 other dogs that got along with the cat really well, they left, and now I got Juno, and Juno has never really been in contact with a cat, so she is trying to figure out what the cat is, and she already got a mouthful of claw. Just now while we were talking, the cat was like, get the fuck. So she it's like a new toy, so she gets too close to him, he just scratches the hell out of her.
Hmm.
But I'm afraid I might come in one day and she's gonna snap and eat him. But he is not having it. He is he's up here on top of the desk. He's like, screw you. Go sniff somebody else. They glare at each other.
I have no pets except I have a stray cat that's
Yeah.
living under my porch that I can't get rid of.
Oh yeah. Well,
Yeah, I can't get rid of it. And the Humane Society has like a what is it? They rescue. They won't answer the phone, man. I've left messages since last winter. It's been living as a stray. I've seen it running across my yard with field mice, creepy fat field mice all summer, and then the winter it's under my porch, trying to get into my trash.
yes,
On trash day,
trash
day, I put it out, and he's waiting out in the woods. I want to sit. I can't camp my trash. I have to work and stuff. And he goes over and tears the bags all up. I got shit in my yard. In the spring, I have to clean up, but it lives out of people's trashes. It's in the winter. This rugged cat, dude. Since last winter, he lived the whole winter.
He's probably huge. You know, like bears when they don't hibernate,
It's got a ton of fur on it, dude. But it's surviving the winter. Cats are tough as shit, dude. Well, they can find a hole to slink into and stay warm. You know what I mean? He goes under my porch because my, just catch a hole or something, a residual heat. Yeah, he just finds a place there where the heat's coming through, and he can curl up in a ball and survive it, and then find scraps of shit to eat. You know, there's not really any animals or anything they can eat, but he can camp people's trash. It's just like, oh fuck! I try to get a hold of them. I'm like, you gotta come get this thing. It's gonna die, but it's going fine. It looks big too. It looks fat.
Yeah.
I don't know. People are feeding it, I think, too. Like it's roaming all over, and people are feeding it too. I don't feed it. I know it sounds inhumane or whatever, but I don't care. And now it's gone feral, so to me, it's just this disease-ridden thing that probably has Lyme disease, and like I don't know if they can integrate it and get it back into society after being feral for a couple of years. I mean, it's probably a fucking monster by now. You know, it's afraid of people. Won't go near anybody. You know what I mean? It's afraid of people. So like, yeah. So I got a wild fucking cat that I don't want. Rips my trash apart.
I've had some feral cats, and I don't know if they can rehabilitate them. I grabbed one when I worked
like
that. Company.
And once you get Lyme disease, they can't cure that. So it's got Lyme disease. It can get you sick, man. You get Lyme. I mean, maybe cats are immune to it. Maybe they don't get it, but there's ticks and stuff. You know what I mean? You get a fucking tick and it gets Lyme disease. There's an epidemic of Lyme disease right now.
Yeah.
Deer. Yeah, from ticks. They get it from deer because it's naturally in deer and they're immune to it, but it makes people really sick and animals sick. Other animals. But it makes people really sick. Don't know if I can get that shit. Huh?
Lyme disease will kill you, right?
I think you can live with it, but it causes all kinds of dumb shit to happen to you. It causes like fatigue and like fucking joint pain and like all kinds of dumb shit that's gonna make the rest of your life suck. I don't think it'll kill you. Like maybe it takes a few years off your life, but it just makes your life suck more going forward.
That's what you need.
One of those things. And we all know that's exactly what we need, is something to make our life suck more. If it already
COVID just to get Lyme disease.
Yeah. I got to deal with COVID and I got Lyme disease.
Yeah. No, I run into some feral cats. I run into one. This is a good 15 years ago, and I had my welder helmet on. I scratched the bejesus. Had I not had that helmet on, I probably wouldn't have a face. And it was quick too. I went to grab it. I put the helmet on. Everybody's like, "Well, you don't need a helmet for that." I said, you haven't dealt with a feral cat before." And that thing turned around and was just like.
Oh, shit.
I had my welding gloves on, and it still got me. It scratched my forearm, but I got that tore up that helmet. It was all scratched up.
I've seen
somebody grabbed it and just raked it across the ground.
I can't believe you mentioned that, because it reminded me of one time I saw this thing that was like straight out of a comedy film. When we were kids, we had this buddy that we used to hang out with. But the problem is, whenever you went to his house, you had to knock on the door, because they had this fucked up cat called Princess. And like, if kids came to the door, his mother had to take that cat and put it in the back room, because it was territorial apparently of the place. It was fine with all the family members, but like, if a stranger came, it would attack them, right?
Yeah.
And so she kept putting it in the back room. We're just like, dude, this is fucking weird, man. They got this cat that like we can't be around. Like, and I think one day when we walked in there, Jeremy walked in, the cat jumped from behind the couch and literally latched onto his head like a mask. It's like something you'd see out of a movie. Like, I watched it happen in real life, dug in and stuck to that kid's face, and the mother had to pull the cat off and was biting him on top of the head. Jumped from behind the couch and hooked onto a person like a mask. And it was biting too, dude, biting on the top of the head. We were just young kids, like preteen, you know what I mean?
Hey.
Crazy. He was crying, went home. Like, that ended it. Everybody just went home. Like that ended the day. Nobody was playing with anybody. Everybody go the fuck home. That's it, man.
It was the same thing.
I had to go home and contemplate that.
When I was in my 20s, I was out with a buddy, and we met these girls, and he wanted to go home with one of them. So we went to her house after we'd been to the club, and we're all sitting in the living room. And of course, he went to make his move, and as soon as he put his arm around her shoulder, her cat just like attacked him. I mean, I heard him say something, and I looked over, and he was kind of wiggling his arm around. That cat had grabbed onto his arm. It broke skin. He was bleeding. It tore up his shirt. He had a white shirt. It was a white button shirt.
Yeah, I had to contemplate that.
Yeah, after that cat attack, that poor girl, all she could do was apologize. He was not in the mood for anything. We went home after that. That ruined the vibe. That cat just attacked him out of nowhere. I was like, dude, he read your intentions. He was defending her honor.
Well, for me, up until that point, I had, from my experience with cats, I'd always pet them, experience them in every other way other than like a flying death mask. And so we all went home and everything, but I had to contemplate that, like, holy fuck, dude, that cat was a fucking wild animal. Like, it was a pretty big cat too, though. But I mean, it's like, I literally watched this cat destroy one of my friends. Like, he wasn't doing shit. At him, dude. He was squealing, fucking reduced him to fucking shit. You know what I mean? Yeah, nothing. He had nothing, dude, on that. He didn't expect that. Like, the cat had him tapping out right away. It was awesome. Now that I look back on it, at the time, it was kind of horrific, but
no, stuff like that, you got to put it in your books. My cousin Richard had a ferret, and that ferret was the friendliest thing except for this little toy. It was like a squeaky toy. He hated that toy, and Richard would tell you, don't mess with that toy because he will latch onto you. And I remember one night we'd all went out there and got drunk and lied to our parents, and we came home and piled up in his living room, and this guy was like at the corner of the couch. I remember because I was laying on the floor, and I seen the squeaky toy on the table, and he took off his sunglasses and he put them there, and he grabbed that toy and he said, "What is this for?" Before I could tell him not to squeeze that thing, he squeezed it. That ferret came out of nowhere and just clamped onto his arm. So we had to screaming. We had to go get that ferret off of him, and that ferret.
Yeah, those things are crazy, man. I had a friend that had a pair of ferrets as a pet,
Hell yeah.
You get them in pairs so they don't get lonely or whatever, I guess. And he had him in a cage, and it was back when I used to do the amateur wrestling thing. It was at his place. We were hanging out there, and I remember him telling me, he's like, yeah, my fucking ferrets got out of their cage again, dude. They're living in the walls. I'm like, what? He's like, yeah, dude, they got out of their cage. They chewed a hole through the drywall and got into the walls so they couldn't get them. And they're so smart that, like, he's like, they've been in there for a week. He's like, I can't get them out, dude. Like, they were too smart. Yeah, they were in the wall for a week. Like, they broke out of the cage, chewed a hole in the drywall, went into the walls, and then, like, fucking lived in there for a week. And they stay away from the people. They know how to stay away from them. They probably think it's a game or some shit. You know what I mean? Like, they're outsmarting them so they can't get them, and they come out and steal food. I can't remember what he said it was or whatever, but if you leave anything out, like, they'll come out and get it. Like, they're super intelligent, and they know what they're doing. Like, they'll get you. So yeah, that was pretty funny. It's like, dude, you kidding me? You have pets that you can't catch, and they're living in your walls. They've been in there for a week. He's like, yeah, if they get out, that's what they do. Like, yeah.
Yeah, animal attacks. You got to put that in your stories.
It's like The People Under the Stairs, only with ferrets.
Yeah.
That was a classic horror movie. And I fucking love that movie. It was a fun horror movie, huh?
Yeah.
You don't get shit like that nowadays. Like, that was interesting. Like, that was unique. I can't think of another horror story that's anything just like it. It was just...
Oh, The People Under the Stairs?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a cool movie.
Cat's about to venture downstairs. We'll see what happens. He just
Hey,
jumped
you want to hold the stream down for a minute, and I'll be right back. I'm just gonna hit the bathroom real quick.
Yeah, that's fine. I show some artwork. I think there's four watching. I don't know how many people are watching. 3 watching now. That includes you, me, and somebody else who hasn't said anything. Unless it's Joe that's killing some time from work.
It could be, man. I have a minute. Maybe we could just call it. We could call it on the stream, and you and I can just talk. Just stay. Because I know we got some stuff that we got to talk about, but yeah, because I do have to hit the bathroom and stuff, and so I was going to do that. And then we can talk.
We can just talk tomorrow off the air. I'll have some sleep, and I'll be able to stay up a little longer.
Oh, you were saying you're tired? Yeah, we'll just end the stream. We're probably going to call it. I'm trying to do them a little bit shorter, do more of them. It's just hard with the schedules and everything. Like, I'm pretty maxed out, but
so let's do this. I'll call you, or I'll text you after. I'll text you tomorrow around 6 p.m. or so.
Okay.
And we can sit down and talk about that last page. You got a few questions, and we'll go from there.
Okay, brother. Yeah, hit me up.
Okay.
I'll be here. Okay.
All right. Let's call it a night. How about this?
All right. I'm going to end the stream. Thank you, everyone. And tune in next time. We'll have some more artwork to show, and we'll keep you guys updated. Sign up for the mailing list. You will get people who sign up for the mailing list get it first, and then we do these streams and show some artwork and shoot the breeze. So, yeah, thank you for joining us.